Well, what is going on, everybody? It's Steven here and welcome to my review of the UMI Hammer from our partner Efoxshop.com. Now I got this phone because, well, it's also quite hyped, just like the P7000, maybe not that much, but it's a cheap phone, the specs look good on the datasheet and UMI said it's indestructible. Now GIS China did some drop tests, it's not indestructible and also the screen actually cracks quite fast, but I really have to say it feels quite stable. The specs look good, the price looks good, but there are also some things which I absolutely don't like and I want to tell you them in this review. Then I would say let's get directly started, let's have a look at the phone. If you're interested in the phone, link down below in the description to our partner Efox Shop, check it out. And now guys, let's go and let's do a quick unboxing. Well, before we do a unboxing, we should have a quick look at the box, because on the box you can see the specs of the phone. And in theory, they look really good. It comes with Android KitKat straight out of the box, then 2GB of RAM, 16GB of ROM, a 5-inch HD IPS screen which looks beautiful, colors look great. Then it's only about 7.9mm thin, but yeah, the camera I think it's a bit bigger. The battery is 2250 mAh, that's wrong. So I have seen pictures from the dismantled battery and the battery is only 1750 mAh. So UMI lied about the battery. Why do you do that? Didn't you learn from the UMI Zero? I mean, yeah, UMI used to be a very good company. So I had the UMI X1, the X2, great devices, but everything after that, yeah, forget it. Now the UMI Hammer is definitely a nice idea, but why do they lie about the battery? Now 1750, that's just like in an iPhone clone, so the battery is really crap. Anyway, Efox promised to replace the battery, so I'm not sure what they send you, maybe a second one, maybe a better one. I don't know, but I'll definitely ask. So the front-facing camera has 3.2 megapixels, so quite okay. The rear camera is 13, but yeah, interpolated, and you will see the quality later. The system on chip is the MTK 6732, so it's actually a mid-range chipset, quite okay, and actually the lowest 64-bit chipset you can get. Now it comes with quad-band GSM with FDD-LTE frequencies, so FDD 800, 1800, 2600, and WCDMA 3G, so triple band 900, 1900 and 2100. Now you get some accessories and you can also buy a leather flip cover which looks really cool, and you will also see it in this video. Okay, then now let's do a quick unboxing. The UMI Hammer comes in a big but thin box to you, and you can see UMI Root Joy, and that's because the phone is pre-rooted. That's really cool. It looks a bit like the OnePlus box. Let's open it up, and in there you should find the smartphone and all the accessories. First of all, the charging cable. Now I already unpacked it, so actually it comes packed, and you can see it's actually the same like the one you get with the UMI Zero. So it comes here with a metal plate around it, so a metal case. It looks pretty cool, the same right over here, and the micro USB cable seems like pretty good quality. Now, you don't have quick charging in the smartphone, so you just get a normal charger, but yeah, you get the same charging cable like with the Zero. Here you can see the Hammer quick starter guide or user manual, but actually in there you can just see how to remove the back cover and insert the SIM card, and that's basically it. Now that thing here is very interesting. I've never seen something like this before, and it took me some time to find it out, but I guessed from the beginning that it's a stand, but actually you just glue that or stick that on your back cover, and then you can just fold it like this, and then you have a stand for your smartphone. I mean, funny and cool invention, but it looks a bit retarded. Here you can see the charger. It's a 5-watt charger, so 5 volts and 1 amp output. It looks a bit like the iPhone 5 generation charger. We can just take off here the foil, and there we go. And I'm not sure if you can read it, but here you can see it's 5 volt and 1 amp output, and it comes with the correct power socket connector for my country. So that's the power socket connector for Austria. Well, the USB port is straight in, so that looks good, and that are basically all the things you can find inside of the box. There is no headset included, and there is one screen protector on the smartphone, so no screen protector included, just one on the smartphone, and you have to buy the case you will see right now extra for about €10. Then the case comes in a extra box, and very small box, but looks kind of good, and I would definitely recommend, if you really go for that phone, that you order the case, because you don't get such cases here in your local electronics store. Case looks very good. It's a fake leather. I hope I pronounced it correctly. It's very hard for me as a German, but well, you can see it looks kind of nice, and I'm not sure if it's real leather, but it looks good, and you can see the stitching there, and well, pretty nice quality for just about 10 euro. So if it would be from Samsung, it would probably cost 50 euro, but quality seems pretty good. So as you can see, also on the inside we have that leather thing here and no smooth textile. Then now let's remove the back cover from the UMI Hammer. Let's check out the internals and then let's try the flip cover. Okay, so you can remove the back cover right over here at the bottom, go in there with your fingernail and then just pull it off. And the back cover here are normal plastic things, so no NFC or something in there. Then, well, let's remove the battery and you will just see the battery is a damn joke. The battery is very small and very thin. I'm not really sure, does UMI think many people are stupid? After a couple of days there were already the first dismantling photos, so you could see it's just a 1750 mAh battery and no real 2250 mAh battery. And if you just have a look at the size, then you know that can't be true. Just have a look on how thin that is. And it weighs almost nothing, so that really can't be true. Otherwise my Galaxy Note 4 would have 5000 mAh. But yeah, the battery is really crap. And I hope UMI does something, but I'm not sure how they want to do it, because you can see the space is really limited. A bigger battery won't fit in there. Okay, now yeah, let's have a look at the rest. You can see here the antennas and all the slots. Now we have two SIM card slots because it's a dual SIM phone, that's very good. SIM card slot 2 is a regular SIM card slot slot 1 is a micro SIM card slot, and then we have a micro SD card slot up to 64GB SD cards, probably even more. Now the sticker here with the two IMEI numbers, because it's a dual SIM phone, well, you can just press in there a little bit, there's maybe something under there. And here at the bottom, the 3D sound speaker, the bottom antenna, which is probably GSM or something. At the top we have two other antennas, Wi-Fi, GPS and everything. Looks kinda good from the inside, well built, but yeah, the battery is very, very bad. So that's something I really don't like. They should have just made the phone a couple of millimeters thicker and include a big battery. Okay, now here you can see the cover, and the cover looks absolutely cool. I think the cover is definitely nice and definitely worth the 10 euro. As always guys, we're also going to have a quick look at the smartphone, and well, from the design I really like it, and it feels also very good in my hands. The back cover is something like soft touch, soft milk back cover, and feels really good. The display looks colorful, it's definitely a IPS panel. It's HD, so 720p, and 720p is not always bad. So at 5 inches, 720p looks also pretty good, and 720p gives you mostly a better refresh rate, better battery lifetime. So if it's a good panel, then 720p is nothing bad, and on a low budget phone, that's pretty cool. Okay, here at the bottom we have capacitive touch buttons. We have home button, menu button and back button. They don't have backlight, and that's something I really hate. I'm so used to backlight on the capacitive touch buttons, I cannot live without it, even though it's actually very easy to find them, but yeah, I just like the look. At the top we have light and proximity sensor. You cannot see it because it's black like the frame. In the middle, the speaker. Speaker quality is definitely okay, it's not bad. Left from the speaker we have a notification LED, you cannot see it right now, and the front-facing camera. The lens from the front-facing camera, yeah, very small. Just the hole here is a bit bigger, and the quality, well, average low. Then here you can see the frame, and it's a metal frame, and that's pretty good. It gives the phone really stability, and you can use it as a hammer if you want to. I'm pretty sure nothing will happen if you use it with the frame. And we have here the power button and the volume rockers placed on the right side of the frame, so no buttons on the left side. The frame looks really good, no sharp edges, and the round corners here, yeah, very nice quality on the frame. You will just see that the micro USB port and the 3.5mm headphone jack, you can see they're not here in the middle, because well, the phone is very thin, and other components like, for instance here the top board, the display, they're a bit thicker, and you can see that this here is not in the middle. On other phones like slim Samsung devices for instance, this would be in the middle because all the other components are very high quality, very pressed together, and here, yeah, it's not like that. At the bottom, we just have the bottom microphone. You can see the little hole here in the metal frame, so under that we have the microphone to do calls. That's the only microphone of the device. And yeah, on this side of the frame we actually have nothing. You can also see the notification LED blinking because it runs out of battery and the battery lifetime is pretty bad, but I'll tell you later about it in details. Now here you can see the rear camera. Well, it's really big, but actually the camera module is not that big, not sure why they make such a big thing around it. You will later see the quality, now could be better. Left from that we have the dual LED flash. It's definitely a dual LED flash, but yeah, it could also be brighter. Here the new UMI logo at the bottom, the Hammer logo, slogan, whatever, UMI technology and Android smartphone, and here the speaker grid for the single speaker. All in all, the design is definitely a nice idea and I absolutely love the design. But well, the battery, and we'll later talk about the battery stats and you can see the details. Okay guys, so we're now here in Android on a smartphone and well, it's quite snappy, it feels very smooth. The MTK 6732 performs actually quite good for a mid-range, lower-end 64-bit chipset. If you go to settings and about the phone, you can see that this is definitely running KitKat, so KitKat Easter egg, there we go. And we also have here wireless update, and I cannot tell you if they're really OTAs very often, but UMI actually provides OTAs. I've seen that on the UMI Zero. There were something like 1 OTA per month. Not sure about the UMI Hammer because, well, it's actually a new phone and I don't have it so long. We can have a look here at the other settings, so SIM management because it's a dual SIM phone. Here Wi-Fi, let's switch it on, so there we go. Let's try to connect to my home network. It should connect automatically because it's saved. Well, it works. Okay, and if we have a look here at the signal strength is excellent and we have a link speed of 65 Mbits. Just as a little comparison, on my S6 I get something like 135 Mbits, so maximum which my router can give me. Bluetooth and HotNod. Now HotNod is a pretty cool thing. It's actually like NFC but from MediaTek. And it works different, so it involves the display, a couple of sensors. That means it only works between devices which support HotNod and it's not compatible with NFC. We also have gesture sensing, and for instance you can use the proximity sensor in the launcher to swipe left and right, you can use it in the gallery, you can just use it in the music application, whatever you want to, and it works pretty good. Here the storage. The cool thing is it comes with only one partition. That's pretty good because it doesn't make sense to split 16 gigabytes. And well, you have something like 10 to 11 gigabytes of usable space when you just take it out of the box. And let's have a look at the battery stats. Well, the battery, really, have a look at that. Now I've used it for, I don't know, I started with the review at 4 and well, I had to charge it already. And I've used it all the time, okay, for sure, but the battery is really weak. Now, if you are a normal user and you always make sure you have automatic brightness, standby intelligent power saving, then it's really barely a day. But if you're a heavy user, yeah, you need a power bank for this device. Okay, then let's have a look here at running apps in the background to see the memory consumption of the ROM. And the ROM is really good optimized, so only about 500 megabytes are used and 1.4 gigabytes to 1.5 gigabytes are still free. So enough RAM for a lot of apps, and you also feel that, so the operating system feels very smooth. Okay, then let's have a look at some other stuff, like we have here Smart Wake, and there's double tap to wake the screen. That's pretty cool, I use this very often. And also wake up gestures, and the cool thing is it doesn't activate in your pocket, so it's actually quite accurate. Then we also have several languages, and all languages which are natively supported by Android can be set to your main language. And yeah, some words will maybe remain in English, but not in Chinese. And it also comes with the Google Apps pre-installed. You can add a Google account, and that are basically all the settings in there. So now I would suggest let's have a look at all the basic features, and then let's test some features like the camera. Okay, so let's get started, and first of all we can have a look at the Android status bar to check out all the features. Now here the notifications, you can see SuperSU wants the binaries to be updated, and that means it comes pre-routed straight out of the box. That's pretty cool, you don't have to play around with that. Then here the quick toggles, and at the bottom we have the clean button, and that's basically new, but it belongs to the Clean Master app, and if you press it nothing happens, so this is bugged and actually does nothing. I think it should free up memory. Now I'm connected to my network. Let's try to do a quick call, and there we go. That's a popular hotline here in Austria. And the proximity sensor is working, light sensor is working, so shuts off the display. And yeah, you can see and you can hear the quality of the speaker, so that's a loudspeaker. Maximum volume, could be a bit louder, but quality is okay in my opinion, but just hear for yourself. Okay, then let's hang up. Let's have a look at the messaging application. So the default one can be changed, and I just want to show you the typing feels pretty good. It's a 5-point capacitive touchscreen, and yeah, that's actually standard right now. Now just cheap clones have something lower than 5 points, and I really don't recommend getting a phone with 2 points. It absolutely sucks and it's not a lot of fun. Okay, then here the browser, and let's try Oh well, the UMI website, very slow. Maybe let's try something which is not in China, like MSN. And there we go. Browsing works. I'm connected to Wi-Fi, but yeah, we can check it out later how it works on 3G. Okay, now let's go here to the main menu and let's have a look at the camera. That's basically the first important application. So let's go outside and let's do a quick camera test. So we're now here outside in my garden to do a camera test on the UMI Hammer, and it's currently set to 4:3 mode. We'll later switch it to 16:9. And as you may see, it looks already a bit blurry here in preview. Now the pictures are low average, okay, but for instance the Ulefone, or however you call that, the B Pure, is actually the same price, but it comes with such an awesome camera which is 10 times better than this one here. Probably you just have something on every China phone which is not that good. Some things are better, like here the build quality. But anyway, you can see also here in recording mode, some things here look quite blurry and the colors, they look a bit washed out, so not that tasty. And you will later see a sample video, and for instance the red tones, they are not that good. Like for instance there's too much blue and the automatic white balance looks a bit strange. But automatic lighting adjustment works. The front facing camera looks really okay. Just have a look at that. It's wide angle. Then there's face beauty mode, I think. You have that gesture thing and it looks kind of good. It's not laggy. You can take pictures and it's 3.2 megapixels or something, also in the settings. Okay, then let's go here to the settings and let's check this out. So here we have the basic settings like GPS, face beauty, exposure, scene mode, and we can now go to the camera settings, which are here at the second tab. Then for instance we have smile shot, or the basic stuff. Some things are not available in this mode, and here you can see 13 megapixels also in 16:9. Okay, that's good, but well, the picture quality could definitely be better, and samples are down below in the description and they will be uploaded to chinadevices.com. Okay, so I've now captured some photos. I will upload them later. Then we can just have a look, for instance, at the same settings here with the front-facing camera to check out the resolution. So there we go. And the front-facing camera is definitely okay, so 3.2 megapixels, also in 16:9, and the front-facing camera is definitely not faked or something. Okay, so it looks kind of good. Let's go back here. And that was basically the camera of the UMI Hammer. You will now see some sample videos, so you can just see the quality for yourself, and sample pictures will be down below in the description. Now here's a quick back camera video test on the UMI Hammer. And well, I'm not really satisfied with the video quality, because first of all, it's a bit laggy. That's probably due to EIS, so electronic image stabilization. And the colors, now just check out the colors, they look very strange. So the automatic white balance is pretty bad. Now the ground here should be actually brown. Looks very strange, looks a bit too much blue. Then we can have a look here at that flower, and it should actually be pink. So a really nice pink, so probably the most beautiful pink ever. But here it looks purple. Well, it's really strange. Then orange here, orange on the UMI Hammer. That looks orange, that looks real, but it looks like there would be too much blue in the automatic white balance. It doesn't look so good in my opinion. The automatic lighting adjustment works pretty good, as you can see. And objects in the background, they could be sharper, so a bit blurry. And also the whole image here in preview is a bit blurry. Now, I'm not sure how it looks on the computer, but just check for yourself how it looks like, but I guess it will be quite blurry. All in all, there are smartphones for the same price which have a way better camera. So if you're looking for a good camera, you should definitely have a look at the Ulefone B Pure, because this phone has an amazing camera for just about $130. But here on the UMI Hammer, it's a bit disappointing. Okay guys, so here's a quick front-facing camera test on the UMI Hammer, and well, it looks a bit crispy. The colors, okay, they look actually okay, and you can see it's not so laggy, at least here in preview, but just check for yourself how it looks for you on the computer. There is no touch autofocus, but it focuses automatically, looks kinda good. There is, I think, face beauty mode already in there, but you cannot activate or deactivate it. Now it looks a little bit crispy, but just check the quality for yourself. For me it's okay, because actually I don't use the front-facing camera so often. It's wide angle, I get myself easily on the picture. And well, just the resolution could probably be a bit better, but that's it guys. Okay guys, sorry, once again I have to correct myself. Now the pictures on the computer looked way better than on the smartphone. Also on the smartphone, I don't know, the video I watched, the colors, they looked really strange. Probably, well, it was from the display. But on the computer here on my 4K Samsung monitor, the colors, they look actually nice, and the pink doesn't look that pink like in reality, but it looked actually quite okay. And here a picture from the UMI Hammer. And also this here looks quite sharp, a bit blurry here on the left and right side, so in the corners there it gets blurry, in the middle quite sharp where it focuses. And yeah, could be better, but for a €120 smartphone you always have to think what do you expect, and usually it's like you pay what you get what you pay for. Here once again the colors from the rear camera, and that pink, that's how it looks in reality. And I said to you guys, have a look at that pink, it's super awesome. And this is actually how it looks in real life. All in all, camera okay. You will find the samples down below in the description. Probably they made the preview a bit ugly to make it smoother, but anyway, it's okay now, and let's continue with the review. So that was a quick camera test, and now let's have a look at the other features on the smartphone. FM radio supported, but well, there's no headset included, and you need a headset because it acts as an antenna. I've used faster GPS and MT GPS to improve the GPS on that smartphone. Works a bit, but not that much. Then you can see the Google Play Store, definitely the latest version. It works. It's installed on your smartphone when you take it out of the box. Same goes for root. So you can see here SuperSU, and it really has root access. Otherwise, MTEPO, that app here you have seen before, wouldn't work. And you can see it will ask you to update the super user binary. Just use the normal way, press continue, because there's no custom recovery on that smartphone. Then here we have update system, but I cannot tell you if there are frequently autos. Then now let's go and let's test the flashlight. So there we go guys, it's now absolutely dark in my room, and let's test the flashlight. And yeah, it's definitely a dual LED flash, but I've seen single LED flashes which are brighter than this one here. So why dual if it's not really bright? Yeah, because for marketing, because dual is better than single. And yeah, the dual LED flash, it's okay, but it's not really bright, as you can see. Now for taking photos at night, it's probably not enough. But if you want to search something like if you lose your keys at night, or I don't know, your wallet, then it's okay. But for real photos at night, it could be better. Alrighty guys, now here's a quick GPS test in the GPS test application on the UMI Hammer. And well, you can see here the GPS signal levels, and it looks quite okay, so average, not too good in my opinion. I've seen some Quadcore phones with better GPS, but yeah, just check out here the signal bars. Now, it really depends on your location. For instance, I could do it somewhere in my garden. When I stay still, then it will maybe look better. But when you're driving, you can see in the signal bars they're going up and down. Sometimes it loses connection to a satellite, it reconnects to different ones, it really depends. And don't believe screenshots or something where they just stand still, show you something. It's always good to do this when you're driving around. Now GPS is working, as you can see. It's not accurate in my opinion, so in SideCheck it's a bit lagging behind. In Google Navigation it works actually quite good, and you can see now we have a pretty decent signal, so 17 satellites in view, 13 in use. For instance, on my Galaxy S6 Edge I get 24 in view, 22 in use, and everything green. So GPS is definitely not as good. That's because GPS is integrated in the MTK chipset, but it also really depends on the antenna layout of the smartphone. So it could be a bit better in my opinion, but it's definitely working. And as you can see, when we stand still we have a accuracy of 5 feet, and when we're driving we have a accuracy of about 15, maximum 20 feet. So looks kind of okay. Now here's just a short navigation test in SideCheck. And well, in Google Maps it works actually quite okay, but now I tried SideCheck and it's sometimes a bit lagging behind. Now it's actually pretty accurate, so we take the corner here and that's okay. But if you don't take the predicted road, like we take here another road here to the right, let's take the corner, and there we go. Then you can see GPS is lagging behind a bit, so 10 seconds, 15, 20. Well, it takes a long time to get the correct GPS signal again and reroute. This sometimes sucks a bit. Now in Google Navigation it's a bit better. I'm not sure why, maybe it just updates faster. But if you follow the predicted road, you shouldn't have a problem, so we take the corner right now. and it's just lagging behind a couple of seconds. Even though it's a bit slow and not too accurate, it's definitely working, and if I do the same navigation test here on my Galaxy S6 for instance, it would perform way better. And this is because you just have more satellites, you have a better accuracy and also a overall better signal level. But yeah, GPS is working on the UMI Hammer, it's okay, but it's not too accurate in my opinion.
Don't try this yourself. It's extremely dangerous.
Alrighty guys, we're now here at the end of this review, and here comes my conclusion about the UMI Hammer. So is it now a hammer or is it a bummer? Well, I don't know. So actually it's both, because the design is awesome. So I really like it, it's stable, it looks good, it has actually good specs for a low price. But the battery is a freaking joke. Now the pictures, they look quite okay from the camera, but in video mode, yeah, video mode is very bad. And yeah, the rest is actually okay, but the battery is something which doesn't make me buy the device, because I'm a heavy user. I need to come through 1 day minimum, and that's why I, for instance, have a real S6 with a power bank. Even with that I need a power bank, and on this phone I will drain it from breakfast to lunch. But anyway, the device is not bad, but if they really give you a bigger battery, then I would probably go for it, but only if the price is the same. All in all, you can find it on efoxshop.com, a link down below in the description. Post your own opinion on the phone down below in the comments. I'm really curious on what you think about the device, and yeah. In the next review we'll have a look at the Ulefone B Touch, probably Thursday or Friday. Tomorrow or on Thursday, the Cisco i7 or Cooper, I don't know the exact model right now, but yeah, stay tuned for more. Once again guys, thank you so much for watching, have a nice day, and see you again in my next videos. Bye bye!